Now, Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
I know you were so serious about that.
The chocolate and the fruit, what are we going to do?
Quite truly. When you want a healthy snack, you go fruit. When you don't, you go chocolate. What are we going to do in between there?
I have no idea.
Let's just hope that the demands get met, the strike doesn't happen.
Right.
I'm just saying, if we're all going to have to carb load, it's a good thing we're getting into sweater season. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I didn't strike anything on my way to work this morning in that thick fog.
Oh, goodness.
Well, let me tell you, it was a menagerie out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have a lot of dense fog, and when that happens, it throws off the animal's biological clock. They think it's later at night,
Right.
not earlier in the morning, because they're not seeing that sun come up. So they stay active well into the morning. So that's something we all need to be looking at on our morning commute today. But yeah, if you haven't heard, well, now you have dense fog in the Tennessee Valley. In fact, a dense fog advisory in effect for each and every one of us through 8 o'clock this morning, and for good reason. Here in the Rocket City, we're talking about visibility of less than a half a mile when we should have roadside visibility of 10 miles. So it's there, it's prevalent, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. The Way 31 Skycam network, powered by Thompson Roofing and Construction, showing that fog coupled with cloud cover and temperatures sitting in the mid-60s for us, which is a cool morning. We're feeling a little bit damp because of all that fog. It's giving that gloomy and saturated feeling. Of course, fog is water vapor down at the surface, so we are feeling that. You might want a light sweater as you head out the door. 5:49 on your Monday, and not one drop of rain right now, but that'll change by later this afternoon. We have several different weather events happening for your Monday. Right now, it's that fog, but as we head later towards right around when you're commuting to the office or to school at 8 and 8:30, we see that fog coverage become more widespread across the Tennessee Valley. Not to mention what's there also becomes more dense, so it's even harder to see through than it is now. At that point, 8:30, that's when the sun starts to burn off that fog, and that's a good thing for us. But it's very quickly replaced with a whole lot of cloud cover. We'll have pockets of sunshine coming into the region, so it's not going to be fully overcast skies, but we won't be sunny at any point today. In the late afternoon around 2:30, we're welcoming in some pockets of heavy rain. Now, I want you to notice how isolated they are. Very few of us are seeing that rain, but those few pockets that do develop could be strong. So here's what I'll tell you. It is so isolated, I wouldn't even bring an umbrella with me today. I really wouldn't. I'd say if you happen to see rain, give it 5 minutes, let it pass you by, and then go about your day as normal. By the time we get to dinner time and head to bed, the cloud cover is full on in the Tennessee Valley, but the rain is gone. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give today a C on our report card forecast, which is not good. In the Anello household, that would just not be acceptable. But also, I'm an optimist, so I'm giving us a C. You got to know it's for good reason. Really, the only thing we have going for us in today's forecast is the temperatures, the mid-60s now and 80 for your high temperature, but barely any breeze, dense fog, then afternoon clouds and rain. It's another gloomy day, quite similar to what we had this weekend, and tomorrow is barely any different. We won't have as much fog in the morning, but it's similar with barely any breeze, cloud cover, and 1 or 2 pockets of rain in the late afternoon, as well as high temperatures sitting in the low 80s. We really will follow suit fairly closely. The clouds are there from the moment you wake up. Right around lunchtime, we'll welcome in those pockets of drizzle, but tomorrow they are just that. Drizzle. We're seeing about the same amount as what we're going to see today as far as coverage, who all is seeing the rain, but what's there is not heavy downpours like what some of us will see today. Just a little bit of mist and then gone by dinner time. One more thing before I let you go, we are putting real estate over in the tropics this season. We have another system forming in the Caribbean headed right towards the Gulf of Mexico, about a 50% chance of forming in the next week. As always, I'll be the first to let you know as soon as anything changes with that, and I have more information to tell you on the track and intensity of that storm. By the time we get to the end of the week, it's full on sunshine and highs in the mid-80s.